Dímelo, Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What is going on? Mira, tengo un carded sample of Inverness from Memo, Paris. Let's see what this smells like, man. Have you guys tried this? Who at home actually owns this? I've smelled it. It's a kind of sweet scent, but I don't remember exactly. It's been a few days. Gave 2 carded samples to my niece, or cousin. See, I got that soaked. Try to dry it out for a little bit. Let's see what I get. I know we could read the notes, but getting like a sandalwood. Possibly a citrus. Undoubtedly, there's got to be a bergamot in here. A bergamot and a sandalwood. I don't know what else I'm detecting yet. Now, if I remember, this changes. It got sweeter. Because I actually did wear it. That's what it was. The first day that I wore the carded sample, I try to dump the whole carded sample. Maybe that's not smart. There's some that I don't necessarily do that with. But with this guy, usually stuff that I'm not 100% sure it's beast mode yet, I'll try to spray the whole thing. The Jobs, I don't. I do about half, sometimes less. But Memo is pretty forgiving. I don't think it's as intense as some of the other oils. Not to say that it's not great. It's, different. This is soft. I'm going to have to go on skin. There's a lot I'm not picking up. And I've got amber elixir on the arms, not on my hand. All right. I'm listening to Large Professor at 214 Mulberry on YouTube. So we're going to the hand. Can I sit down? Cheers as high as it's going to get. Softer and sweeter on skin. I'm not sure what I'm getting, but it's different. Much more appealing off skin. I think this is one you guys need to try, man. Seriously. It's called Inverness. It's from Memo. Get you a carded sample. I think I bought a pack of 4 for $20. I think I bought a pack of 4 for $20. Its very name is intriguing. Languorous. Inverness, a land of peat, heather, and golden rain beyond the senses, aptly known as the capital of the Highlands, the largest region in Scotland. Nature reigns free, unspoilt, extraordinary, and at the river Ness forges its curves and mysteries. The odors of different varieties of wood rising up from this endless green and bracing empire, each more captivating and fragrant than the last. So this tartan is a famous Scottish tartan that you see on the cover. That's what they're saying here. Unique pattern created for Memo, Paris. This is so good. What are the ingredients? What are the notes? Let's close that. Let's go to the notes. Oh. So at the top, they're saying, and this is on Memo's website. At the top, iris butter, mate absolute. In the heart, sandalwood essence, amyris essence. And in the base, cedarwood essence and gaiac wood essence. I like it. To me, it's soft. Okay, that iris butter, it comes off different. It's not lipstick iris. So this is the first time I'm really understanding that buttery iris, I guess. It's so good. Again, I was just really picking up sandalwood. I assumed that there was bergamot in here because there is something citrusy fresh that I thought I was picking up, but I don't know what that could be coming from. Is Amaris fresh? I don't know. I've got to look that up. But the iris butter is probably the iris butter with the mate. Mate, if I'm not mistaken, it's a tea. I don't know how I was picking up citrus off tea, but this is so good. Yeah, she when okay, I was sitting on the back deck. My niece opens the door, and the first thing she said was, "Wow, that smells good." Or she said, "You smell good." And I let her know what it was, but it must have been when the door opened, that waft of air immediately hitting her. Um, Me sitting, 5 feet away from the door, and then all the air got kind of uh, sucked, vamped, and went in her direction, entering the house. So good. Soft. It's not going to be for everybody. A lot of people that want beast mode, this ain't it. But this lingers and lingers and lingers. Same thing with African leather, right? I do have African leather. Which is probably most people's favorite from the house. No, I can't say that either, but it's probably the most famous, in recent years from the house. Probably the most traction. Another one that I thoroughly enjoy, kind of incensey, fresh bergamot incense, literally bergamot and incense. Uh, Tiger's Nest, really good one. Sample again, get a carded sample, feel what it's about. Another really great freshie that I still haven't figured out exactly what it reminds me of. Moon Fever. Yeah, Moon Fever, really good. It's a freshie. But again, these freshies have depth, right? I'm gonna, since I've already used both cans, we're gonna put Tiger's Nest on strip. Mm, 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 mm. My God, this is so good. It's like bergamot and incense. Oh my God, it's like going up to some Tibetan monastery up in the Himalayan mountains. But sweet. This is so good. This is not what the video was supposed to be about, but my God, Memo. What have you done? This is so sweet. Again, I don't know exactly the notes of bergamot and incense, but God, it's so good. It's so good. You need to try Tiger's Nest, if nothing else. You can wear this year round. Oh, this is so good. I gotta look up the notes. Mm, mm, mm. So, at the top, absinthe essence, aldehyde, and lime. So no bergamot. But the freshness off the top is amazing. I'm starting to figure out that I like absinthe. In the heart, we've got amber, saffron, incense absolute, osmanthus, ylang ylang, and rose. What a midsection. This is amazing. And then the base, we've got papyrus, vanilla, balsam of tolu. Guys, need to get this. Well, you need to get the sample because it's not for everybody. That is so good. But back to Inverness. This is a more laid back. I'm assuming this might even give off a pickly effect to some people. This might share a little bit with Santal 33. So, making sure it was on screen. Santal 33. I understand where people are getting the pickliness, but I go way beyond that, and then that really does go away. But you gotta enjoy that that sandalwood, man. I'm assuming there's a lot of people that are not fans of sandalwood at all. Okay, Santal 33. We're gonna do a new one with Inverness because I'm not sure which one is Inverness. Again, it really fades. Barely. Okay, barely. The sandalwood is not anything near Santal 33 status, but it was a reach. It was a reach. But anyway, drop the thing everywhere. No alcohol smell off the top. At least not for me. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. I gotta say it. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, ended up catching a video on, oh, that's not it. Bashing Oud for Happiness. Oh my God, it was, I mean, I enjoyed the rest of the review, but at the portion it got to the hate and the disdain, and it seemed like the whole point of the video was to bash Initio and Oud for Happiness. To the point where they said they wouldn't even spray this in the house when they wanted to sample it. They went and rented a vehicle. And shout out to you, brother. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just saying the level of disdain and hate and time dedicated to something you don't like is tremendous. I think this stuff is delicious personally. I'm not hating on anybody for not liking it. There's a lot of people that don't like things I like, and there's a lot of things I like that they like too, but I mean, who knows? Pero está de pinga, loco. The amount of time you dedicate on hate can be shared with love. But there's a support system for it, you know what I mean? And it pulls views. It pulls a community together, right? You have a common enemy. Something to bash on. These are two of my favorite experiences in my collection. I enjoy each. They have similarities, they have differences. They are what they are. I just do. Enough said. But I would encourage you to try it out for yourself. A lot of people hate this. But then you've got a whole generation of people that, made this like a movement or a scene in a whole city, right? You smell this everywhere. But if you hate a house, why? I don't know. Anyway, here I am dedicating my time, right? I'm just curious. It was just because I enjoy watching this gentleman's content. I thoroughly do. Drops knowledge on fragrances I've never heard of. You know what I mean? But I just didn't get the hate. Again, I review stuff I like. I review stuff that I like. And I guess that they do too because they didn't own any bottles of it. But man, I don't get how I didn't get how you have to scrub it off your skin. Which, you know what I mean? The very first time that I wore the dupe. I had the dupe first, right? Badealud, Oud for Glory. And it was a bit too much the first time. That I'm pretty sure I showered. But this is literally my first, after becoming what we know to be a frag head, right? Because I've had fragrances. I always had fragrances. I've got a whole section over there of old school stuff that I've been wearing either for the last 20 years or the last 10 years. Last year, after buying my wife a Tom Ford ombre leather, I fell in love with fragrances in a way that I hadn't before. And I was willing to splurge. Not good, but you know what I mean? But back in the days, I wouldn't spend more than what this cost. $20. You know what I mean? I used to go to FragranceNet way before I knew about discounters. I mean, way before using them the way I use FragranceNet and other things, and Joma Shop and other things now. But I used to go to FragranceNet just to buy 5 clips of Banana Republic's M, the EDP. I didn't know it had plum and Palo Santo. Yo, it's a delicious scent. I used to buy them for $15, five at a time, and rock them for 6 months. That lasts me 6, maybe even longer, because then I'd go into a clip of Cool Water. I'd buy 5 Cool Waters at whatever was on sale, $18 a piece, or you know what I mean? If the coupon was good, it was down to $15 a piece. And then I went into the Nautica Blue, and then Nautica Pure. Nautica Pure was really good. And back in the days, I've owned Gucci Pour Homme 2. Before I knew what that was, before, there was hype on it. I mean, I guess there was hype on it, but I was not in the fragrance community. I was just a gentleman that liked smelling good. And after not being able to find it again easily for a good price, I went to other things. And I went back to that cheapy route. But I want to smell good for less. The one thing I did splurge on when I was in the car business after I got out of the military was Bleu de Chanel EDT. Had that for at least 5 years before I became a frag head again last year. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with your Uncle Bo. I know I've been showing that one, but that was my first bunch of little cheapies into how deep does smelling good get? You know what I mean? And if you see the collection now, it's like, whoa. Which you have. You guys have seen other videos of mine. And you can see it in the background. You know what I'm saying? If I turn it this way. You know what I'm saying? You got Montals and, what you call this one? Bond number 9s. Then you got all these Cosmalas. And then you got all these Montals. And then over here, I've got some, the Initios. Then over to the Xerjovs. And then the PDMs. And down here, we got a mix of, all kinds of niche and indie or designer too. mixed in there. So it is what it is. Made this video long enough anyway. Really, today's star of the show, Inverness. You know, soft sandalwood, bright at the top with, you know, it has some mate absolute. I forgot what else, but really good one. Oh, let's pull it up. Iris butter, that's what it was. At the top, iris butter, mate absolute. In the heart, sandalwood and amyris. And in the base, cedarwood and gaiac wood. So it will linger, but in a soft sandalwood, fresh way. Buttery. Anyway, que Dios te bendiga. I hope you guys have a blessed week.